right, everyone. What is up? So glad to have you all. Here's Alex to help me talk about everything going on with Disney Plus in 2022. I know we're running a little bit late today, but hey, it is what it is. Things happen, things come up. My computer was running slowly, so I needed to restart to try to fix it. And now we're here.
Yes, hello everyone. Sorry, that's an important message. How you doing, Chris? How's everyone else doing in the chat?
What's up, Tales of Grails and Comics? Tales of Grails, Comics and Collectibles. How you doing? Good to
Hi,
see
Tails.
you. If you're here watching, you're more than welcome to join the chat and let us know what you're thinking. For 2022, we're talking all things Marvel and Star Wars tonight. So I've got my Marvel hat on and my Star Wars shirt on. Tried to represent.
I just have a flamingo shirt on with the
Nice.
skeleton riding it. Love you, Yoda shirt.
If it's pop culture, you can say it's Deadpool.
Yeah, let's go with that. Deadpool riding a flamingo, flamingo inflatable.
So
Oh wait, I do have a Star Wars mug next to me that I got from Disneyland.
Nice. So looking at everything coming up movie-wise first, before we get into like the Disney Plus stuff. First things first with Marvel is Morbius coming out in just 27. Well, actually, no, more than that now because that got pushed back to April 1st. So we're looking at 90 days-ish.
That's enough to get a visa approved for somebody out of the country if you're marrying them. I thought of 90 Day Fiance when you said 90 days. So if you want to get married to someone out of the country, you have 90 days until that happens, and you can see Morbius.
There you go.
But yeah, I remember you sent that to me, I think, or I saw on your story. I was thinking, is this an April Fool's joke? Is that how they're trying to tell us that on April 1st, like, nah, we got you. It's coming out in November.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I agree with you, Tails. It's so sad that they pushed it back again. I was really looking forward to it. I've been looking for it for like a year.
I just saw this the other day on Instagram. Between the time that the teaser trailer came out for Morbius, they were able to film No Way Home, edit No Way Home, release the trailer for No Way Home, postpone No Way Home, and still let the movie come out all within the time Morbius is coming out to the first trailer.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a while.
Sony needs to step up the game.
It's been pushed back 5 or 6 times now.
Yeah.
And I get it. The Omicron variant is rapidly sweeping across the entire world.
Yeah.
But I also know this variant isn't as strong as all the other ones. So I'm not quite sure what to think of it anymore, in all honesty. I'm just tired of wearing a mask. I don't know how it is over in California, but...
Yeah, it's still the mask mandates and everything. It's well, I live, sadly, and we're still like in the high area.
Yeah.
And people to do it. It's fine with me. I don't really go out as much. One place I go to gym is like shopping and gym, but yeah, I just wish that people just follow directions. I mean, literally, like suck it up for like a month. I mean, a month can make a huge difference if it's not spreading anywhere. Because people around the world just need to suck up their pride or suck up their beliefs and just wear a mask. It's just a health thing, not affecting your rights or anything. It's just a health thing. Yeah. We all humans want to live, don't we? I mean,
100%.
Just sadly, people just
we had 4,000 plus new cases yesterday alone in just the county that I live in, and we have about 1 million people in this county. So still a very small amount, but that's like the highest spike in one day that we've seen in the past almost 2 years now. And I
Yeah.
totally get it. Like, there's people out there who are masking and doing everything right and still getting it. Um, but at the same time, I've also heard, I don't know how true this is yet, but being in New York, the University of Cornell, just around the corner from us, a couple hours away, they're saying that this is going to end up turning into an endemic, which is just like the flu, where we're going to see this every single year. There's going to be new variants, there's going to be new things that come out. It's never going to be as powerful as it was when it first came out, but it's going to be
Well,
contagious and stuff like that. So
I think I could live with that if it doesn't cause any more death.
exactly,
If there's no death tied to it,
yeah,
and it is just like the flu, I can live with that. I mean, as long as there's vaccines. I mean,
for sure,
but then you have to think about it. It's kind of sad I even got to that point.
yeah, exactly,
It's really sad how it got to that point. Like I read this somewhere, and people could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm forgetting the source, but I heard that there was in like in it was Iran or something, or in that area there was a flu variant, a flu and COVID variant
hmm.
that they already mixed.
Wow,
I haven't heard anything else about it, but again, like don't take my that's what I'm saying. Don't take my word for it. That may not be true, but if it is true, it's like wow, that is something else.
yeah,
But I need to do more research into it because I need to find another article. I know I read it a couple of days ago, but I haven't revisited it yet.
very
But
cool,
if it is true, uh, let's just hope it stays in that area and doesn't
yeah.
spread.
And I know like people die from the flu each year. People die like there's
Yeah,
no disease that's truly non-lethal, I guess is the best way to
true.
put it.
Yeah, that's
But
very true.
I think that we just need to keep getting vaccinated, keep doing all that, and then we can get back to watching movies because immediately following that one is Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness in May 6th of 2022. What are you
Mm-hmm.
thinking about that one?
Well, I think if it's actually coming, or what I think of the movie as a whole.
What do you think about the movie?
Oh, movie as a whole. Hold on. I just got a magazine I think well, but it shows up future movies. But yeah, sorry, this side note. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting. I saw the trailer. I know you saw it earlier before you saw No Way Home.
Yeah,
Because at the very end, that was the trailer. Like, damn, Chris just spoiled it for himself.
I know. I had no idea. I was like, oh my
I was
god,
so
they
close
just
to,
leaked this trailer, and
and I was so close to telling you, like, yo, like, man, you just spoil yourself, man. It's at the end of the credits, man. It's like, no, I don't. Even though that if people see that, that's still be a spoiler for people. So
yeah,
I didn't message it. I didn't automatically message it. But yeah, like when I first saw it, I was like, damn, it seems really cool. Like, um, I guess by now people should have seen No Way Home, so I guess I could go in detail.
it's been
America
almost a
Chavez,
month. I'm done with
yeah.
spoilers. Like,
America Chavez is here, and I'm happy about that. That's cool. Um, a Mexican national, no, was she Mexican national or Mexican heritage? Yeah, it's one of the two. An actual Latin or Hispanic, if you want to go broadly, superheroes will be in the movie, making a big screen, um, which is really cool. And she's LGBTQ.
mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be a really big thing for not only is ethnic and part of that tie with the LGBTQ. LGBTQ. But overall, I think this would be really cool. I think it's cool that Doctor Strange, his evil counterpart, is there.
Yeah,
He's like a No Way Home Part 2.
it shows that What If truly is having an effect on the MCU coming down the pike, which I'm so excited for because
Yes, VK. Uh, wait, there was a TVA door behind Wanda? Tail? I didn't catch that.
So I've seen this on Instagram too. That there was a TVA door that supposedly showed up behind Wanda. Basically, it's in that scene where you see her hand glowing red, and there's an orange glow in the background that looks exactly like the door from. We can all get behind Wanda, VK. Don't. That's not a question.
VK, we all know you will hit anything that moves. We all know that. And even if it didn't move, like in Witcher, I'm pretty sure you would get behind it. Yeah, equality.
What about the goddess of hammers? Hit it or not?
I think it would, because I think VK would like to have her hold his hammer.
The way you said that so nonchalantly was perfect.
I've been told
yeah.
I've been told that's what by my friends, like that's what makes some of the stuff I say so funny. I can say it like nonchalantly. Dude, wait. I mean like Hela, like what the kids are saying now, or you
Ragnarok?
mean Hela the god? He
I
said
think
two things,
Ragnarok.
like Hela.
Hela.
Then he says Hela.
I think he's talking about Hela from Ragnarok.
I know what he meant. Messing with him for his spelling mistakes. Ragnarok. Oh wait, dude, but you know what happened to the hammer there? Do you really want her to do that to you? I think is that your kink? You want her to disintegrate it? We all know how intense that scene was. I bet everyone in the theater was like, "Oh shit!" Because point well made.
Spelling.
Well, this took a turn. We're talking about Wanda and everything.
Well, I mean, going from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, guess what's next up on the list for movies?
There's multiple ones on. Oh man, I lost the page.
The one that comes out 2 months and 2 days after
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yep.
Yeah, I have it right here. Weapon X actually sent me comics, and this was a freebie that he gave me.
Nice.
2022 preview. So why did just in time? Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder, July 8th. I am
VK,
on fire
we're
tonight.
talking about all of the previews for MCU stuff. Alex is on fire tonight. I don't know what got into him, but
I like how he doesn't even know what we're talking about. He just clicked the video and started saying, "I'll get behind Wanda." And what if we were talking about Wanda Sykes or Amanda or something? Or Cosmo and Wanda. I mean,
I feel like I could get behind Wanda Sykes too, though.
But I don't think she wants you. She's not into dudes.
True.
She's too good for all of us, by the way. She won't hang out with us, please.
Yeah.
She has her own career.
Maybe she's watching this right now and she's gonna chime in. Who knows?
She's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Oh man."
So Thor: Love and Thunder, I'm definitely excited about that one. Gore the God Butcher, as I've said for months and months, maybe even the past year, if Gore the God Butcher is in it with the all black Necro Sword, Null has to be in the MCU.
Yeah, simple. It says here, says Christian Bale is the terrifying Gore the God Butcher.
Yep.
Yeah. So
which I'm very interested in seeing him play someone in a superhero movie. Ever since
really, VK? Dude, it's been a year since I got some. Wait, what do you mean, got some movies, or what are you talking about?
I think he's talking about you got some Disney Plus fix.
Oh yeah, I got some Disney. I've been watching Disney Plus all this week. Yeah, what are you talking about, PK?
Did you watch Hawkeye?
Yeah, I'm halfway through the final episode. I got busy. I had to go shopping. I had everything timed right.
Oh, it is
and then,
such a good finale.
but I will say this: I'm happy. Wilson Fisk is back, and it's
Yes.
Vincent. Fuck, what's his last name? DiFallo? No, DiFallo. Well, no, Vincent something. Murray Palmer. Oh, um, yeah, he's there, and I'm happy that in No Way Home, Matthew Murdock is there.
Yep.
So does this mean there's gonna be a potential movie for Daredevil and Kingpin, or a potential show?
I
Because I
think
know.
you're gonna have to wait until the end of the finale to see if that's a possibility.
Oh shit. Okay. I know. I know. One of the things that they had planned for if they didn't get canceled was to have them go at it again in the fifth season. In a fifth
Yeah.
season, because fourth season was going to focus on something else, and then fifth season was going to focus on him and like a last battle. They were planning to go only 5 seasons. So yeah, now I can't wait to watch it,
Yeah.
finish it. But yeah,
Um,
Hawkeye is very good. I like it. But I don't know why people are saying cheesy and stuff. I mean, it wasn't like cliche or anything. I thought it was entertaining.
I think it was exactly what it needed to be. I mean, it had to be
Yeah.
down to earth. It had to be street level hero. It had to be uh introduction of, I believe, Mockingbird
Yeah. Oh yeah.
for
Tails,
his
yes,
wife.
it is canon.
Okay.
And yeah, I agree. Like, what it need to be. Yeah, I like it. I like. Uh, like he also dealt with what he was going through, like his inner self, like what he was
Yeah.
feeling after the events of um um Endgame. Sorry, I was blanking out. After the events of Endgame.
We're almost there, VK. We're going through the MCU first. Because I don't think there's any Star Wars movies coming out this year. I think it's all shows.
Yeah, I just
But
showed.
we'll get into that.
But yeah, like I like what he's dealt with, like his struggles of Natasha sacrificing himself and everything, just really telling like his apprentice quote, like, "Are you sure you want this?" I like how
Yeah.
like that was in there, like, cause it is true. You don't really see that a lot, or like you never like even with the relationship with Tony Stark and Spider Man had, Peter Parker had. He never said like you got to be careful with this life you chose.
Yeah.
Like, but this he's telling her, "Are you sure you want this life? It comes with a lot of sacrifices. You will lose people. You know things you can't come back from."
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, there's a fine line between being a superhero and being a supervillain.
Mm.
And I think No Way Home really treads that line very well in that final scene with the Goblin.
Yeah.
And what's up, LP?
Oh,
Station to you too, my friend.
that scene. Hi, LP. That scene was beautiful.
Yeah.
When Toby looked at
Um.
him, those eyes.
Oh my
You
god, it
see
was such like a dad son moment.
I know, like those
Um.
compassions, and it's like there was compassion and understanding, and
Yeah.
like, yo, I understand. Just with the eyes, but don't do this. Don't do it, fam.
There was so much subtextual acting in that movie that it was
Uh,
genuinely baffling how well each of those different characters, not only the ones who had to call back their character from 10 plus years ago, um, but also that they were able to just nail the subtextual acting stuff. I mean, that was just so well done.
mm.
But my biggest question is the Avengers a band?
Oh yeah, my sister and I always talk about that because this is the funniest. It was so funny. It's like the Avengers, like you're all excited. Like, what is that? Oh my god, is that a band? Are you in a band? He's like Tom, like Peter's like, nah, forget it. Oh, Tom Holland's character Peter's like, nah, forget it.
I love that it was a Tony Stark callback too, because when he said to Nick Fury in Iron Man 2, I don't want to be part of your super secret boy band.
Yeah, so funny.
Um,
So I like the humor too. It was organic. I
definitely.
love it. I like that scene like did you have best friend? Nah. Like he died while he's trying to kill me. It's like I
Yeah.
promise I will not try to kill you or I will never leave you.
So speaking of Spider-Man, in 279 days is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. When I
Woo!
first watched that, I did not realize that it was one part of a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just Across the Spider-Verse, and then obviously we know we're getting a trilogy with this. I didn't realize they were doing a Part 1 and Part 2 for Across the Spider-Verse. That's amazing.
That shows you how much content that's going to be there. And
Yeah.
what I must like, I'm excited for that. Like, I don't know, that animated movie was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to see 2099 in there.
Oh
Miguel
yeah.
O'Hara and everything. It's gonna be amazing. Hi, Newbie Comics.
What's up, newbie? Good to see you. How's it
Oh yeah,
going?
and another thing, I think this is the last Marvel movie. It's like very quick, so we don't forget it. Oh, actually, hold on. Well, we already got Spider into the Spider Verse and Morbius. So the last movie is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
It's November 11th. Yeah, so I just gotta point that out before we miss anything.
What are you thinking about Wakanda Forever?
Uh, hmm. I've been hearing a lot of different theories, and I'm interested to see if any of them play out, especially now that Shuri is out of the game. Um,
Is she officially?
no, I mean, didn't the actress want to stop? They didn't want to do it anymore,
Last I checked,
or did I misread that?
she's not out of the game. She's just very apprehensive.
Hmm.
Um, she's really pissed off because of the vaccination stuff.
Yeah,
And I mean, I'm sorry, but when you're a foreigner, like if I were to go to Africa, I'd have to get a vaccine.
hmm.
It's just I'd have to get a malaria vaccine or whatever, and whatever other vaccines they say, hey, you're gonna need this so you don't die. I'd be like, okay, I need that so I don't die. Like, um, so
Yeah,
now in her contract, she's not technically contracted to take the vaccine, but by the time Black Panther 3 comes out, if she doesn't start basically following the new contract or whatever they end up doing with her post Black Panther 2, because I don't think she signed on for a trilogy. I think she signed
no,
on for individual movies, or at least for like phase 3 movies to start. And then probably, obviously, the COVID wasn't around when she first signed her contract. Um, so then now, if there's a new contract for Black Panther 3, she then has to follow any vaccine mandates that are put in place, which she's highly against. And I understand you make your own choices. You got to do what you got to do. But again, if I went over to Africa or if I went to any other country, I might have to get a vaccine and I would have to respect that or I couldn't go.
yeah,
If
same.
if you have to do something for your job, do it. You
Yeah,
might not always believe in it, but if it's worth you playing that character, if it's worth it to you to have that job, do what your job is asking of you or quit. And as much as it sucks to say that, that's just the reality of it. I mean,
yeah,
you're never going to compete with these multinational, multi-million dollar conglomerates with their mandates.
yeah. And even then, like,
Not
if
worth it.
it's not just that, I mean, like, it's for your protection and for those people's protection too. For like any country that you go to, I mean, you gotta at least respect that. I mean, you to protect other people as well.
And I totally get that,
Yeah.
BK. There are people out there who should not get the vaccine at all, and I totally understand it. I think herd immunity is more of the way to go. But then again, for people like my brother, he needs the vaccine because that's his only chance of survival. Pretty much, he with his lungs being at less than 20% right now, for him to live much longer, and if he were to get COVID again, he probably wouldn't make it. So he had to get the vaccine in his eyes. And
You got
obviously, there's
COVID
people out
before?
there. We think he did before COVID was here. He had exactly COVID symptoms, exactly COVID repercussions, and exactly COVID like ramifications after the fact
Mm.
that kids his age were getting. And he already has a bunch of other health concerns. He has muscular dystrophy.
Oh,
So his lungs were at like 20% when that all happened. He was in the hospital on Christmas Eve that year. Um, he spent most of July of 2020 in the hospital with GI issues that were caused by, or not really caused, but kind of brought on when the mysterious respiratory illness that the doctors said he had, um, that they couldn't pinpoint. When all that went down, it
yeah.
all led to COVID. But he refused to get the antigen test. He doesn't. I don't think he wants to know. He already knows exactly like all the other crap that he has going on with him. He doesn't need to know anything else that's going on with him.
Mm.
So that's what he chose. Um, but yeah, that's the whole story behind Black Panther 2 and
Yeah.
uh, the actress playing Shuri. So I'm
Yeah.
really hoping that they don't lose Shuri. I'm hoping that they do recast just like they did Don Cheadle for
Yeah.
Terrence Howard. But
Yeah. I think the character of Shuri is gonna be gone.
yeah,
I think that when I said that, I think it was mainly for the actress because I don't know her name.
Letitia Wright, I
Yeah.
think it is, if I remember
Yeah.
the video I made correctly.
She may or may not be in it, but the character should still be in there.
Yeah,
I know that they said that she might become Black Panther, or they might bring back Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger. Yeah, there's not a lot of description on it, but it's gonna be. Um,
yeah,
I'm just very interested to see how they're gonna play it out because not Big Panther, Black Panther. It was such a good movie, like visually and everything, and how they're doing, especially now that Chadwick Boseman, uh, he passed away, so how they're going to be work the script. The script was being written already, was how or they could use any, or if it's going to be in the movie at all. I mean, like they
yeah.
could use old stock footage, or news footage of like probably for a flashback or something along those lines. I just hope they don't do any CGI. I think that would be really disrespectful and unnecessary.
I agree. I'm hoping they just kind of do what they did like with Paul Walker, where they don't
Yeah,
really show his character at all. Um, they just kind of let it be what it is. He goes off to do whatever, or he dies in something that all good, Marty. Good to see you, bud.
hi
It's
Marty.
been a while. Go get some sleep. I totally get it. 12-hour work days are not fun.
Yeah, get
There's
some great sleep.
also, uh, from what I saw, and let me know what you think on this because I'm
Mm.
torn half and half on this. Uh, there's a lot of people out there right now saying that they want Black Panther to be recast, that he's too pivotal of a character to let die,
Yeah,
um, which I totally understand. I totally agree with. But Chadwick Boseman was such an amazing Black Panther. How do you replace him?
yeah, like yeah, I can see that. Like, yeah, see, like in the comics, he's very influential and everything. Like, timing wise, no. Like,
Yeah,
it's too soon. Give it some time. Let this see how this plays out, like with the Black Panther movie and everything. Just give it a little bit more time, a little bit more, probably like a few more movies outward, or like in the future, um, and then we can. Then they could probably, I think they could probably start talking about recasting. Because
Yeah.
I like because Chadwick Boseman did an amazing job Black Panther, Civil War, and Black Panther, like in game and everything, and Infinity War. It just he left a lasting legacy, like a lasting legacy with Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like if it
100%.
if it was just a cameo, like Civil War, like if something would have happened to him at that point,
Yeah.
and yeah, because we didn't really get to see him as full potential like in the movie. But right now, like since he had a full movie and everything, I don't think it's the right time to recast.
And if you recast, you need, whether you do it for Shuri or for Chadwick, um, you have to go the multiverse route. I know it's lazier writing. I know that.
Yeah.
But now that you have the multiverse, now that you've said that variants can look different, because
Mhm.
obviously that's not the case in the DC universe. Every variant is a doppelganger of the original character.
Mhm.
Um, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, every variant is a true variant. It's what if Loki was older? What if Loki was a kid? What if Loki was this? What if Loki was an alligator? Obviously, that's totally asinine, but it's also funny as can be. And that's why Marvel's doing a great job, is because they make it to the point where it's hilariously stupid while still telling an amazing story.
Yeah.
And I think that's the route for them to go if they do have to recast for any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
But
I think that'd be a safe bet.
I'm really excited to see um, Michael B. Jordan retake the role as Black Panther. I think
Yeah.
Killmonger becoming Black Panther is the next logical way to do this.
Yeah.
I
Like
don't know how they would do that, but
multiverse
it,
is another
that
version of him.
that would be a great way to do it. In all honesty, there were rumors even before the multiverse that he could possibly come back.
Yeah, they were saying. Yeah, I remember like they'll probably go back in time or something. I heard that as one
Mm-hmm.
rumor. Um. Yeah. So they probably had this whole idea spinning in their heads. So hopefully, we just have to wait and see because
Yeah,
we don't have that much information on it.
for sure.
Yeah. You
What
want what?
else are you excited about?
Well, I was thinking. I was gonna ask you, like, you want to talk about the Book of Boba Fett?
I think we should, because I think VK
Yeah.
will lose his mind
So
if we don't.
yeah,
I think
BK.
I
Like
dragged it on as long as I could.
yeah. Now, I want to talk more about something else. VK can wait. I'm just kidding. No. Side note though, very quick before we hit Boba Fett. In here they said the Avatar 2 movie is supposed to release December 16th. Quick thoughts.
What
You
was
still
that?
hyped it? Avatar 2, James Cameron's Blue People.
Oh, I
Yeah,
did not see that.
my brother and I were talking about it. Like, just very quick thoughts. Did James Cameron wait too long? Is the hype even still there, or people like, or do you think it's like an over and done with thing? Like, oh, it happened. The hype's died down. It was like what do you think? Like it came out like over 20, no, over 10 years ago. It was 2009. Yeah, 2009. Yeah,
Was it really 2009?
yeah. I remember I was in junior high
Okay,
when I let me look it up.
that would make sense because I think it was my senior year. I
Or
remember
high school.
sitting. Yeah, I never got to see it in the theater.
Yeah, 2009. 2009.
So, and honestly, I think the biggest reason why it's huge, or why it was huge, is because 3D wasn't big back then.
Mm-hmm.
And they spent, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it was like 14 years
Yeah,
making that.
because he wanted to wait for the technology.
Yeah,
in the animation. Like that's the same reason why we're waiting. This is Avatar 2 has came out. And all the movies are coming like probably gonna be 2040s when we get all his vision. Like he has like I think two more after this and the prequel he
it's
wants to
crazy.
do. Yeah, I mean he
I
wants
I
5 films.
think I think this will tell him if it's worth it or not. Sorry, I'm looking up
Yeah,
all the stuff for Star
yeah,
Wars coming out.
yeah. Like
Um,
I think it's just he just waited too long to be honest.
I agree.
Like like the animation, and everything, the technology, like the special effects was good. I
Yeah,
mean, he could have done a sequel a couple years after, and it kept getting better, like with Star Wars.
yeah. I mean, if you look at like going back to a movie that came out around the same time, Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
Iron Man was beautifully done. Even Hulk was beautifully done. Was Hulk the best CGI? No,
Wait, which
but
one? Like
the
Eric
Incredible
Bana
Hulk,
or Edward Norton?
Edward Norton,
Yeah.
the 2008 version. Um, if you look back at those two movies that came out around the same time, um, I would definitely say that the CGI was there. The CGI has gotten better in the past 10 years ish that we're
Mhm.
now going on. Um, almost 12 years now. I can't believe it's been 10 years since Avengers 1 came out, but that's crazy to begin with.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, you know what? We don't know if it's a bot.
hey, whoever you are, welcome. Um,
Please don't let BK ruin the show for you. We respect all countries.
but honestly, I'm not hyped about it. I want to see it. I want to see it in theaters. But is it really going to be any better than what we've already seen from other movies that have been coming out this year and the past 2 years? Like,
Yeah,
CGI hasn't made any amazing leaps forward in the past 12 years.
I know.
It's been leaps, but it's been like small leaps. It's not like Spider-Man 1 Raimi universe to Amazing Spider-Man. Like that was a giant leap from 2000 to 2012.
Yeah,
Like that was amazing, pun intended.
yeah.
But
Yeah, like James, I think James Hunt is way too long. I mean, like, it was there. I mean,
yeah,
like, I don't think it's gonna be not my brother and I. We're talking about. Like, I don't think it's gonna be all hyped up. All it's gonna what people are saying about it. I mean,
yeah.
it's done and over with. He should have released the movie in 2011, 2012 at the latest.
I would have even been okay with like 2015. In all
Yeah, I
honesty,
was about to say 2015.
yeah,
Like that's fine. I mean, but waiting for over 10 years is just. And he said, and I read too that the next one's not even come out to almost 10 years after
yeah.
this second one.
And my
It's
biggest
like,
question is why.
yeah, it's like
And these actors won't even be alive by then. They'll be totally different.
I know significantly older. Yeah,
Like we're talking about actors that are 12 years older than they originally were. And anyways, I let going off of that, let's get into
yeah,
Boba Fett
yeah. I
because
know. I
that's a
just wanted.
perfect pivot.
Yeah.
What did
Okay,
you think of
BK.
the first episode?
I thought it was really good. I know BK has mixed opinions. I know I told him like, dude, it's just the first episode.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Episode 1, Chapter 1 answers the question, how did Boba Fett survive the Sarlacc pit?
I didn't get the. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
Is that not the question that every single Star Wars fan has been asking since Mandalorian season 2?
Yes. Like I know in the comics too. Like he had fire. Like one of the there was a picture of him like shooting down his flame to get out, and they did it. And I was like, yes, it was
Yeah.
really good. And people were like referring to you seen Parks and Recreation, right?
Yep.
Remember the scene where Patton Oswald was filibustering.
Yes.
Remember,
Yep.
it's like when you see the Mandalorian hand come out, grab onto the sand. I didn't catch on to it, so I watched a video breaking down of it. And it's like, oh
Yeah.
my god, like they're playing side by side. Like, it actually happens. Like I was thinking, did these people watch Parks and Recreation and they wanted to recreate what Patton Oswalt just said? I just thought that was really
Yeah.
funny.
I honestly, that scene was exactly what I wanted it to be, because he busts his ass for to get out and survive, and then he figures out a way to basically so episode 1 and 2 basically become a Tusken Raider himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, let's be real, Boba Fett is badass.
Hell yeah.
And like, just being able to teach people how to be like proficient in something while also being able to learn something and not knowing the language was
Yeah.
amazing in of itself.
Well, I think that Mandalorian season 2 and this is showing that the Tusken Raiders is something else, which I know it may be a small detail,
Yeah.
but that's why we appreciate like throughout the things like they're saying, all those savage creatures they will kill and everything, but it's like breaking down barriers, like stereotypes.
Yeah.
Like the Tusken Raiders are much more than that. They're actually civilized.
Yep.
They have an organization, like they have like a group hierarchy,
Yeah, they're
and
nomads.
yeah, and they're surviving. And I like that. I like that aspect. And yeah, I like how Boba Fett is in.
I love
Would
the
it be?
character development of the minor characters that were
Yeah,
in the old movies and stuff
yeah,
that's now coming out, because it's like we need something that's not lightsaber esque.
yeah. And I like how these past couple episodes were not dialogue heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just for me, like visually watching this play out, personally I enjoyed that. That's like really cool.
And
It's not like a 7 minute horse ride with Batman. I know, like that's your favorite non dialogue scene, but
I
this is
actually
different.
I actually made a comment on a Facebook post about the Snyderverse today
Oh,
and said, someone was like, "Oh, I'm so excited for this," and someone's like, "Oh, well, the Snyderverse is phenomenal, and the Snyder Cut was amazing." And I go, "Oh, they were comparing Peacemaker versus Snyder Cut, because obviously, not James Cameron, uh, what's his face, who did Guardians of the Galaxy,
James Gunn.
James Gunn, is doing Peacemaker, and Snyder did pretty much all of the other DC movies." And someone said, "You can correct me, you can like say that I'm wrong, but James Gunn is a better director and a better movie producer, a better superhero producer than Zack Snyder." And someone goes, "Oh, the Snyder Cut was amazing, you should bow at its feet, and oh, worship Snyder, he's the best in the world, no one can beat him." And I literally commented, Batman riding a horse in the Snyder Cut is the most bullshit scene in the entire movie, but no one's ready to talk about that. And he goes, "We can agree to disagree." And I'm like, "Come talk about it with me on my show tonight. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Genuinely serious. I would love to hear your thoughts on my show," and send a link to him.
I like when it's like guys, like when people say we can agree to disagree. It's like, especially they have no argument.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
I, Boba Fett, I see, I've never taken Boba to be an outspoken person.
Mhm.
Like, even in the scene, he's like, no, we're gonna be nothing like the past rulers, the past people who have done this. We're gonna be totally different, and that's okay. I want this to be different because it needs to be different.
Do you
And
think? Oh, sorry, go on.
uh Boba is just such a very well done character. And for people to say, "Oh, episode 1 was crap," it's like, but it needed to get the storyline in there. No one really knew what the book of Boba Fett was going to be about, besides the fact that he takes over for Jabba or
Mhm.
Jabba.
Yeah, I was thinking, do you think he's that way because of his experience, or do you think he's always been that way? not wanting to rule like with an iron fist.
So I did see a meme yesterday or the day before that was like, hey, I don't want to rule with an iron fist. I'm not just going to shoot everyone who gets in my way. I'm not just going to kill people. And then the meme is like, didn't you just shoot that guy between the eyes to take his throne? He goes, starting now.
Well, that was justification because I think he really hated Jabba. I think he just paid him well. Yeah, I like how what VK said. Even more evil.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, fun
because the
fact.
Tuscans really weren't evil being. They were more just they were doing what they knew how to do and how to
Yeah.
survive. So
And there's different tribes too.
yeah.
So each one do their own thing. And fun fact, I read this. I watched a video on it. Apparently, that a force-sensitive Tuscan Raider was from the same tribe that Anakin slaughtered.
Wow.
He was a survivor and he became a Jedi and then turned to the Sith, the dark side.
That's really cool.
Mhm.
So now that we're talking Anakin,
Oh, hold on, very quick. I was going to
go ahead.
say, I'm glad to see the Wookiee bounty hunter. I don't know, it looks so badass.
Yeah.
So that black-haired Wookiee is like, when I saw him, I was like, yes. Okay. Like, we have another Wookiee.
So now that we're talking Obi-Wan, we're talking Wookiees, or now that we're talking Anakin, let's talk Obi-Wan. That's
Oh
another
yeah.
one that's coming out very soon. That is going to drop sometime on Disney Plus in 2022. I don't think there's an exact date yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Oh, wait, hold on, that should be in TV shows. Hold on.
Yeah.
There's a category for TV shows in here.
It's 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, where he faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker, turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. The series is directed by Deborah Chow, who helmed the memorable episodes of Mandalorian Season 1, and features the return of Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader.
Hmm.
I just love that Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are coming back. VK,
It's weird.
correct me if I'm
Even,
wrong, but you'd probably get behind Ewan McGregor too.
I think he wants to be behind Ian McGregor, while Christian Haydenson is behind him. I think that's his ultimate Star Wars fantasy. You have the Force sandwich. To be one with the Force, literally.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Yeah, see, he's one with him and one with him.
VK is gonna never come on the show again if we keep talking about this.
Nah, he's saying you two are protecting your inner desires.
Hey, I can admit that Ewan McGregor is a very good-looking man.
Yeah, dude, I'm like straight.
I'm not a
And
Hayden
I'm
Christensen fan though. I'll
no,
say
I was
that.
say like as a straight man, I can say I would switch for Ian McGregor if I were to like just for one day. He's good looking. I'm not gonna lie, he is good looking.
Yeah,
It was just I don't know, something about him looks weird.
for
Maybe
sure.
it's just the whininess of him as Anakin Skywalker. Kind of,
Yeah,
but yeah. But I do like that they kept Ian McGregor because it's going to show him aging because he has aged as a person. I mean, that's perfect.
yeah.
It's perfect. And I was thinking about this. Do you think they would have bring Darth Maul? Because I know in Rebels he finally kills Darth Maul. But do you think they're not going to show him? Like, if they continue the series, do you think they're eventually going to show that they will recreate that scene or no?
I
Darth
think
Talon from
I
me?
think VK has it right. I think it's gonna be Darth Talon.
Uh,
Darth Maul had his due in Clone Wars. I don't think bringing him back live action would do any justice.
but they
And
brought
I
him
also
back for
think
like
it wouldn't look
Solo.
good. Yeah.
Oh, right. I just looked it up. No wonder why that. Dude, we all know you want Darth Talon behind you.
But no one remembers Solo.
Okay. I did it.
Oh
I think
God,
I. Wow. Okay. But sorry, what were you saying about Solo?
I'm gonna be right back. I have to go help my wife out with something,
Uh,
but keep talking about Solo and Andor and all the other stuff coming out for Star Wars.
Yay. Okay, peeps, it's the Alex show tonight. So, Darth line behind me, Alex needs a human biology refresher course. Now, I know exactly what I said, BK. I know what I'm talking about. Equality. So, what does everyone think about a droid story? With the characters of C3PO and R2D2. BK, are you a fan of the droids? Did you read the droids comics? Then we also have the Acolyte coming out. And we have Ahsoka Tano and Andor. Well, we already talked about Obi-Wan. Oh, we also have a Lando show coming out, which is to be announced. Release date. What about Ahsoka, BK? I want to see Forlom and IG in the book of... Yo, yes. Yes, I do too. Those are cool bounty hunters. Did you read the War for the Bounty Hunters comic book, BK? Wait, who are you talking to, BK? Quest or me about the Lando poster? Yes, comics. I mean, yes, BK comics. People read comic books. And no, I don't have a Lando poster. I have a Godzilla poster and a Michael Jackson poster. And a sci-fi world poster over there. Well, not sci-fi, it's like a mystic fantasy poster, looks like. And then I have other posters that I can't really show you because they'll hang in front of me and it'd be hard to take my computer out. Yeah, Godzilla. Right, right here. See the giant tail and everything. Yeah, that's a Godzilla. Okay, now that Chris is here and that we're talking about Godzilla, BK, would you hit Godzilla?
I don't know if you end up hitting that or if you just crawl inside that.
or Godzilla could use the little his tail, the tip of the tail. It gives a whole new definition of just the tip. Yeah, he thought I had BK thought I had a Lando poster.
Okay.
Yeah, Godzilla is female. Yes, we know that. Or is Godzilla female or is it just asexual?
I never knew if Godzilla had a gender.
Yeah, that it was.
I think it also depends on the movie and what Godzilla is identifying as. You can't just assume.
Yeah, BK, you gotta respect. Maybe Godzilla's non-binary, or maybe he just identifies as Godzilla.
Yeah. Who knows?
Be respectful.
VK, the one that I'm very interested about is your thoughts on the show Andor that's coming out in 2022. It's the spy thriller.
It's a prequel to the prequel. No,
Yeah.
prequel to the
No, you were right. Prequel to the
sequel.
prequel.
Yeah. No, it
Or
was
is
a
it a
no. It's a sequel. No, it's a prequel to the sequel of the prequel. I purposely made it more complicated. But no, it's a prequel to a prequel.
it technically it's a sequel prequel.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because the prequel's already happened. That's why I said it's a prequel to the sequel to the prequel.
Because you have the prequel trilogy.
Yeah. So then it
It
was a pre.
follows
But
that,
yeah,
and then there's a prequel after it that
yeah.
follows the original. I'm lost.
It's a
I'm
sequel
over it.
and a prequel at the same time.
I'm just very excited because I like that it's almost reminding me of uh Captain America Winter Soldier, like spy thriller esque, um villainy, interesting. Like I'm in love with it. I love that concept, in all honesty. That should be a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how that goes down.
Yeah.
So I like Diego Luna's character Cassian. Like I really did. Like I enjoyed his character. I wanted to know more about him. I'm
Yeah.
glad we kind of are.
I'm very excited. I'm kind of upset that we're not going to get any more of the girl. I was really excited to kind of get some more content with her, but obviously her story kind of started and ended in Rogue One.
Yeah,
Um,
I like Jane Erso.
yeah,
Not only because I always thought the actress was beautiful. Her character is really it's really good. I want to know more about
yeah.
her.
And
Maybe
then
we
obviously
will.
you've got, yeah, maybe we will. I don't even know if some of these shows have started filming yet.
No, well, they said this one's coming out 2022.
Yeah, all of these ones we're talking about are coming out this year. So
Yeah,
it
it's
must
weird
be
that they didn't show up.
filming very on the down low.
It's weird that it didn't show up in the magazine now that was released to give all these shows.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the only ones that show up here that we really talk about is She-Hulk. It was She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Moon Knight.
Because we're also getting Bad Batch season 2.
Oh yeah.
Which I was a fan of Bad Batch. Definitely fell flat at the end, but I think they're trying to build up to stuff that they just couldn't build up to
Yeah.
in one
So
season, and they weren't ready for COVID to happen, so they
they
kind of
bit off
had
more than they
to.
can chew.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, it was
What do you
also
think?
the um, first real animated Star Wars since Clone Wars. Obviously, you
Yeah.
had like Rebels and stuff, but those were for kids. Clone Wars was a true Star Wars, like adult Star Wars franchise
Yeah.
that was animated.
Yeah. It seemed like you had the budget for it too.
Yeah,
Not like nothing
and
against Rebels, but it seems like you could tell which one had more money in terms of the
oh
animated
yeah,
style.
and not to mention, I think the best thing about Clone Wars for me was watching it after all of them had come out. I never watched them when they were coming out, and I think that also plays into the fact that I enjoyed it more. Like the seasons kind of rolled together,
Same.
and the issue with um, Bad Batch is you have one long storyline. Each like there were like 3 or 4 episode story arcs in Clone Wars that you could kind of follow all at once, and you could watch those story arcs, and then you knew you were moving on to another story arc. With Bad Batch, it's almost like each season now is going to be a piece of the puzzle, and you have to try to figure out where it fits in. And they're trying not to give everything away all at once while they're still trying to figure out how they can give away some stuff without or how they can give away just the right amount, and I don't think they've nailed it yet. I'm hoping season
Yeah.
2 they kind of fix all those problems that they've had.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, huh? Hopefully, maybe season 2 won't fall flat towards the end this time.
Yeah. I'm hoping it
But
starts
overall,
off finding out why Omega is so important.
yeah. Are you looking forward to, or do you want a Boba Omega relation? Not relation, but seeing each
That'd be
other.
really cool.
But I also heard that there might be speculation, like not speculation, but people were saying, "Oh, what if she shows up in the Book of Boba Fett as an adult already,
That would be really
instead of
sweet.
like instead of them meeting as kids, they meet as adults."
Yeah.
Like,
So
no, Bubba, I am your sister. Like, no, all go down.
force push that like button.
Oh,
Yeah.
bye, VK.
So
I'm glad we got to know what your fantasies were tonight. What you would hit. It was always a pleasure knowing that.
that was the whole point of this. VK just didn't know it.
Yeah.
So let's finish this conversation next
Yeah.
week talking about Disney Plus shows
Yeah.
for Marvel.
Oh,
This was a
yeah.
great conversation about Disney Plus for all the Star Wars. We talked a little bit about Marvel movies coming out, but
This
go
definitely
check
needs to be
out.
a part two. A part
Yeah,
two to this like topic, because there's so much that we could talk about.
for
Like,
sure.
we could talk about Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, and Knight.
Yeah, and there's even more than that coming out. Like it's crazy how much
I
stuff is coming
know.
out, but also how long we have to wait. I don't think there's another Disney Plus show starting until like March.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's going to be
true.
like one of the longest breaks we have for Marvel and Star Wars. Because even after the Book of Boba Fett, it's going to be a while before we see Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah.
So,
What's this one next? Oh, fun fact before we end. Did you
yep.
know that Boba Fett was originally supposed? Oh, the idea was that it was going to be Luke Skywalker's mother,
Oh,
and it was confirmed because George
interesting.
Lucas and Mark Hamill at the time were talking about it because they were seeing how they go top Darth Vader being the father.
That's
Then they
really
went.
cool.
Then they went with Leia being the sister.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Very interesting. I never knew that. So, on that note, stay nerdy, comic fam. It has been an absolute pleasure. As always, Loungers assemble 10 p.m. Eastern every Friday night. Thank you all for watching. It's been a ton of fun. And we will catch you next Friday for part 2 of this, talking more Disney Plus with Alex and whoever else wants to join. I think I'm going to try to get Cardboard Crazies on.
Yeah.
I've also been talking to a couple others, Spec Tales, talking about some Marvel MCU shows. So stay tuned for more next Friday. And as always, Loungers assemble.
Later, everyone. Thank you, Chris.
Have a good one.